Casey. I'm the founder of Urban Hippie, and I create granola and I produce it and sell it in different grocery stores, sell it online, sell it on Amazon, and one of my huge passions is baking. So that's how this whole company got started. Our website is urbanhippiegranola.com, and I'm going to show you some recipes on how to bake using our product. So if you're new to our product, this is the Urban Hippie granola. Today we're using our no sugar added granola. And what's really great about it is it's amazing for baking. So you can add them to muffins, to cookies, to apple crumbles. There's a variety of recipes, and I have recipes listed on my website. So we're going to be using the no sugar, but you're so sweet Urban Hippie granola today. And it has some cinnamon in it, it has some flax seeds in it. It's a little bit more interesting than just straight oats. So whenever you're using oat based, you can add a few extra nutrients in it with this one here. It's also great for athletes, people watching their sugar intake, diabetics, and so on, so they can still enjoy, you know, a breakfast that they love and not worry about sugar. So this is what we'll be using. All right, so what are we going to make today? We are going to make our wild blueberry and toasted pecan oatmeal bake. Hey, Jax. Jax just came back from his walk. He's still in his little jacket there. So one of the reasons I made this is because I grew up eating a very boring oatmeal at home. So basically there was this terrible metal pot on our stovetop with oats and water, and it was sludge, and I hated it. So I've incorporated some new flavorful recipes for all of us to enjoy. Okay, so what we'll do first is we are going to start with preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So mine's already preheating right now. And then you're going to grease your 8x8 dish. So this is the 8x8 dish. I've already taken a paper towel and put coconut oil all around it, and this prevents it from sticking. Coconut oil is really good in high heat, so you don't have to worry about having any of those bad fats in there. Coconut oil is a great fat to add, okay? I'm going to start off by making a flax egg. So there's a couple different variations I'm adding to this recipe. Right now, eggs are hard to find for some people, butter is hard to find for some people, so I'm going to show you how to make an egg out of flax meal, which is very easy to find, and show you some butter substitutions as well. So the first thing we're going to do is, because we need to let the egg settle for about 5 minutes, is I'm going to take, this is flax meal, so it's just flaxseed that's all ground up. And what you're going to do is take 1 tablespoon of the flax meal, add it into a bowl, and then add in 3 tablespoons of water. And then just mix it up. So we'll just leave that there for now. For the oatmeal, we're going to stir together. We're going to start with our oats, sugar, and salt, and we're going to add that into our large bowl. 1 1/4 cups of the oats. We're going to have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, so 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Mix it all together. Okay, just a rough mix. Everything will mix a little bit better once we put all of our liquids in. So next, we're going to whisk together the almond milk, egg, vanilla, and almond extract. Okay, so I'm just going to put this aside, get another bowl, and whisk everything together. 1 2/3 cups of almond milk. If you don't have almond milk, you can use whatever milk you have at home, that's fine. So I'm going to leave the egg for the end because I want it to just solidify a little bit more. So we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. If you don't have almond extract, I know it's kind of a interesting ingredient that not everyone doesn't have, just leave it out, no biggie. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you my little egg that I made. So see how it's kind of like an egg consistency? You probably need to leave it in for maybe 1 or 2 more minutes to get it just perfect, but basically this will bind the ingredients together, and that's the main key. Okay, and I'm gonna add that in. Just mix that up. Now we're gonna pour this milk into our dry ingredients and combine it. I'm gonna just use my spoon for this, and basically this is gonna start softening the oats up. So I'll just leave this, we'll put this aside, and we will start with our topping now. We're just gonna stir everything all together for the topping. We have the pecans. You can toast them or not. They're going to be toasted when you bake them anyhow, so if they're not pre-toasted, that's fine. If you want to pre-toast them, you can go ahead and put them in a toaster oven about 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes. You have to watch very closely because nuts burn fast. There's a point where it's starting to smell delicious and they're golden, and then within a minute or 2 minutes, if you're not watching it, they can turn black. So just keep an eye on that. So I have my pecans. I'm gonna break them up a bit because I like to have a little pecan in each bite. So just crumble them up with your hand. Okay, and then we want another 1/3 of a cup of oats. Now we'll do an 1/8 of a cup of light brown sugar, and I already measured that out. Next we have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I've kind of already pre-chopped it so that it divides really nicely, so just some rough pieces. And a lot of people can't find butter because eggs, butter, different things are kind of missing at grocery stores. This is Earth Balance, and it has the same consistency of butter, it does the same job as butter, and it's usually in stores. It's not going to be wiped out as quickly as butter. And next we have 1 tablespoon of pastry flour. Next we have 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And why are we putting salt in something sweet? Oh, good question. Because salt brings out the natural flavors. So whenever you add salt, it'll just be that, you'll be able to taste the sweetness a little bit more. It brings it out and makes it more bright, more rich. You don't really taste the salt. It's there to enhance all the other flavors. So I'm just gonna mix this together. Just incorporate it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble the bacon. Don't worry, I did not forget the blueberries. That was coming up, okay? And I'm going to be using frozen blueberries today. You can use fresh blueberries, you can use frozen blueberries. I have a lot of blueberries because I love making smoothies, which will be another class. I'm gonna show you how to make a smoothie that tastes like melted chocolate ice cream, but healthy. And some other really neat smoothies I have too. So what we're gonna do is get our baking dish, which is right here. Okay. Now we'll put our prepared oatmeal in here first. Okay, so we have our liquid portion here. Okay, and as this bakes, it's just gonna absorb it all. Okay, just kind of even it out there. Okay, so I have all these blueberries. Look at them all. And we're going to take 2½ cups. Okay. Okay, so now we're just gonna put this on. Very good, so look at all these blueberries. And I like to do this in a see-through clear casserole dish because it looks so beautiful. Okay, so you're just gonna have a layer of the blueberries here. And then we'll take our topping and we're gonna sprinkle that evenly over the entire top. Okay, so we're just gonna sprinkle it, try and get it even. Try and get a little bit on each section, and then you can go over some other areas that you may have missed. Okay. Try and get the corners. So this is what it looks like. And there's all these yummy layers. And what you'll do is we're gonna bake it in the oven. So you're gonna have it, your oven should be preheated by now. Bake it until it's lightly browned, about 50 minutes, 50. Now always check, because half the time when I make something, it's done within half an hour and sometimes it's done in 45 minutes. It just depends. Usually it just depends on your house. It depends on your oven. Some ovens run hotter than others, some are cooler than others. So just the key always is to keep an eye on it, but that's your basic guideline. Around 50 minutes, but you want the top to be nice and toasty and brown, or golden brown. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put this in the oven. If you don't have blueberries at home, use cherries, use raspberries, use whatever fruit you want. You can put apple in it. Basically, you can change it up each day, so you have something different, and this will last a while. So if you cut them in squares and you maybe have this with some fruit on the side, or however you like to eat it, or have it with dessert with a scoop of ice cream on top is also really nice. You can mix and match whatever you want to do with it. If you have anything else you want to learn, just let me know. And I'd be happy to share my knowledge with you and my baking tips and tricks. It's something I love to do, and it's something I'd love to share. So thank you so much for joining, and be well, stay well, and we'll see you next time. All right, see you later.